Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everyone. Hi, America. How's it going today? Today is May the 11th, 2023. My name is Michael Tomlinson, and I am an American teacher. Boom, 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 boom. Happy to be here. It's a windy day, that's for sure. It's kind of hot, too. It's definitely windy. It's that windy season. People, the wind can be irritating. And sometimes I always look at sometimes the optimistic side, like, well, it's a good day to go fly a kite. Do something that requires wind power. Because I believe in wind power. I used to tinker. I'm a stimmer. I'm a hacker. I'm a doer of sorts. And I've built, and I still do have, really cool wind turbine prototypes. Very creative, and in a creative, artistic way. It wasn't like I took the windmill and said like, oh well, I'll just do that because that is just the best way to create energy through using wind power. I just kind of sidestepped and went around all that kind of stuff and learned about wind and wind power, of course, and paid my dues, man. I mean, I really did have to learn, and then I just created my own, just manifested my own I call them prototype turbines. They one of them is pretty big. It's uh, and how you would go out there on windy days back then, and and set it up so I could see how it worked, and sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't, and so I was just my own little mad scientist, with taking wind power to a different place, a different direction, a different kind of like, and it really looked cool. It really like fun looking wind power stuff. It almost looked like lawn art more than wind power, which is what I do. I'm a creative designer. I design. I'm creative. I can't avoid it. I was way outside the norm of the box of people that are doing regular wind power kind of stuff, I guess, with the windmill and the other things that help generate power for a home or power for just outdoors. Just maybe you go camping and there's a little breeze and you could use a little wind power to charge up your phone or charge up something. Oh gosh, that was fun. I used to go to a place called Q Labs back in those days, 2 nights a week. It was like going to class, but it was self-education. You had it was just an open kind of warehouse with all these little mini facilities that could help me be progressive with my projects. And it was free, didn't cost anything. It was just in the 2 days, the 2 evenings. They opened up the doors for a couple of hours to let people like me come in and work on their personal projects. I had fun. That was great. Always made some really cool things. And toward the end there, before I wrapped it up, I was going into kinetic energy, with bicycle parts. You have to pedal and kick back and make the TV work. So if you want to watch TV, you have to, be exercising at the same time while watching TV. Or you want to charge your phone, you have to pedal, or do something to create kinetic energy, which I find really cool. Solar energy too. I did a lot of solar energy work. Now, what does that have to do with American Tears? Is a lot. I mean, it's my way of thinking. It's my mindset that probably helps direct and keep American Tear movement in that direction. Because what I did with the wind turbines and stepping outside the box there and just creating um, something that's totally different, and unique and workable. And American Tears, we could do that too. We could step outside the box and create something beautiful, unique, and workable. There's not anything wrong. There's only a few thousand of us, maybe only hundreds, across America that are spreading this "let's help everyone, let's help Americans" message. There's not a lot of people who are doing that or doing what I'm doing. There are we are, and they're just taking on different factors of it all, and which I still admire because their main objective is to be positive and productive and be helpful to all Americans. Nothing like a millionaire standing in front of a camera saying, I want everyone to be a millionaire, and I'll do what I can to give you tips and tricks and inside information to make that happen. There's other folks out there that are excellent life coaches, even though they've never life coached me, but I can tell by the way they speak and the way they handle themselves that they are really true and original. And they want to be very helpful and help Americans. And just like me, I want to help Americans. I mean, I'm not just the only person out here, just saying, I'm the only one, because there are others. We're just in different industries of sorts. And I'm not sure what industry I fit into, but it's still the same message. I'm here about love. I'm here for, to unite Americans so we can avoid the crisis we are facing today. We are facing some major crises, and we're going to be facing them tomorrow, too. So that's why I keep saying we got to come together with common sense thinking. And in order to not feel powerless, because there's a lot of people out there that are feeling very powerless against the system. Very powerless. It's like we or they or us, we just don't have any say-so. I mean, it's just what they tell us, what we can or cannot do, what we can or cannot think, and then create these little side shows so people can create little bandwagons and be distracted by trivial issues while thousands of Americans are just losing their jobs, losing benefits, losing their cars, losing their homes, and no one really wants to think all about that. I just can't avoid it. It's just there, and it's just, and the reason I know people don't want to think about that because I try to talk to people about it, and no one wants to talk about it really. Maybe they'll talk a little bit about inflation, but when I start talking about all the cars being repossessed or jobs being lost, I don't know. People just have no interest in that conversation. And I'm like, what are you thinking? You should, because all this is going to affect you, like, really soon. Like, this is not that normal time of life where things are just going on around you and they just don't affect you. Most of the time, that is what happens. It just doesn't affect other people. And they just move along so they just don't have to think or care or do anything about it. And then I come up and saying, I don't think, it's not like we can stop those things, but those are things we need to acknowledge. Those are things we need to know. Those are the crises we're facing, and those are the issues real Americans are dealing with. Just because you're not dealing with that doesn't exclude you, to be like, well, I don't have to think about anything, right? And I'm like, no, you have to be a critical thinker no matter what. You have to be a free thinker no matter what. Don't fall into that lazy way of thinking. that we've been doing for a long time, you know, a long, long, long time, and we're doing it more and more and more. The new generations just really don't give a shit, man. They don't care. They just want to be entitled. They just, want things just to happen. And as old school people, we're like, well, I had to really work hard. I have to get out there and pound the pavement, make things happen, do things, and make phone calls, reach out, and learn what life is all about. And it seems like a lot of people are just bypassing all that experience the way I see it. I don't think it's any degrading or failure kind of direction. They're just cheating themselves out of an experience, man. A cool experience. An experience that's going to help you build character for the future you. Do you understand that? Can you get over yourself enough to get out there and take a chance? And to take a risk? And to maybe possibly build a little bit of character? Is that going to kill you? The only real failure is not doing anything at all. It's to know that's what you need to do and not doing it. That's the fail. And if you keep that up, you're going to think of yourself as a failure. And you're going to start resenting people who are really doing it, doing stuff in their life and being active in their life. You become jealous and envious. And you're probably not going to want to do anything after that because you're just going to really give up. And I don't want you to give up. I want you to stand up. Keep in the game. Keep trying. If I say keep trying to keep in the game, then just do it. Some people will just say, why? Why bother? I don't want to get up and have another bad day. Sure, why not? Why? You're already going to have a bad day by doing nothing. So at least you're taking a chance to make it a better or just a good day. Just to have a good day might take some energy and effort. And it's well worth it. Join the American Tears. Let's unite. Let's just say we are not powerless. Enough is enough. We need to come together. Let the world know, let America know that we can make a difference. Okay? Well, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for hearing me out another time. Things I never say in these videos that I make, if you want to, you can like it, this video, you can subscribe, and you can comment. I think you already know that. I don't think you need me to tell you that, but I'm just saying that that's okay. Don't be shy. Don't be shy toward change. Embrace it. Have an excellent day. Peace, love. We'll talk later.